The heat is on and the illusion is melting. June 1, 2014. All on earth are soul extensions of your true and higher selves. It is as though you dipped your higher self's index finger, if it had such an appendage, which possessed all your physical senses, into the illusory environment that humanity appears to inhabit, to test it, and found the experience enthralling, indeed captivating. So much so that it forgot itself and became totally engrossed in the tiny, and I assure you that it is indeed tiny, environment into which it had dipped that finger. So engrossed that it altogether forgot its own magnificence and the joy that its eternal existence at one with Source, in reality, in heaven, brought it in every moment. Of course that finger dipping lasted but an instant, nevertheless, it still seems to be ongoing. The initial state of enthrallment has long since passed, and you, the soul extensions, are not at all happy with the situation in which you find yourselves. You want to return to your natural state at one with God, and that desire and intent is leading you to wakefulness, to complete the necessary preparations that will allow the withdrawing of that finger from the illusory environment in which it seems to have become permanently ensnared. Perhaps you could say that it has become frozen in the icy pond of time. It is your illusion, that you imagined and built, and that you support by the power of your intent to maintain its apparent reality. You are very conflicted about it because you have made it seem so real. The idea of letting it dissolve into the nothingness from which you imagined it into being frightens you because, naturally, due to the severe limitations it seemingly imposes on you, within it you are beings of limited consciousness, limited awareness, limited intelligence, and limited creative abilities. You imagine that if it dissolves, then so will you. It appears to be the only reality, and you do not want to lose it, and therefore, yourselves. You do not want to cease to exist, as you imagine might, could, or even, most definitely would happen in those circumstances. The very thought of the void, of nothingness, terrifies you, but such a state does not and could not exist, because all existence is within God, and is consequently eternal and everlasting. You are all, to a greater or lesser degree, depending on your chosen life paths, self-aware, and therefore you believe that you exist because you experience and feel alive through your bodily senses, and that aspect of you that is aware, that believes, that witnesses, is the eternal you created by God. On an altogether different level, your real self knows that what it is experiencing with that index finger is unreal, and that it will return to a state of utter joy when it withdraws it from the illusion. Your awakening is the process of withdrawing the digit from the dark, frightening, murky, and freezing waters into which the illusion changed as the sense of separation, abandonment, and aloneness with which it provided you, overwhelmed you. Your strong imaginative powers enabled you to make the instant during which you dipped your fingers into the illusory reality that you had built, stretch out over eons, time being a powerful and essential aspect of the illusion. It was through the use of your own God-given powers, given to you by your Father at the moment of your creation, that you built and developed the illusion, and now you are in the process of dismantling it so that you can return home by withdrawing your support from it and allowing it to dissolve like melting snow, or to fade away like morning mist in the heat of the sun. The heat is on, and the illusion is melting, dissolving, and about to fade away because nothing unreal can exist in the presence of God. It never has existed, and all that has seemingly occurred within it is as illusory and as unreal as the illusion. You did a good job inventing and imagining it into being, but its moment is over, and wakefulness beckons. You are a little like children, totally absorbed and caught up in your games, so that they seem extremely real, and then you are called to supper and reminded that there is ice cream and strawberries, and instantly the game is forgotten as you race indoors to wash your hands in preparation. So, when you engage daily in meditation, and seek a loving hug from those on whom you call, remind yourselves also that ice cream and strawberries, and many other things that truly delight you await your awakening. With so very much love, Saul. Channeled by John Smallman. johnsmallman.wordpress.com